Welcome guys, and welcome to another video. Today we are taking a special look at a token with which I am really happy to found, and also really happy that I add this one to my portfolio a little while ago. Today I want to show you what this token called RSR, Reserve Rights, is and why I added it to my portfolio. I already quickly mentioned that coin in some of my last videos at the end of July, and as I said, I'm very happy I did my research fast, made a quick decision and invested at the beginning of August at around 1 penny. Currently it is traded at around 2 pennies, so already over 100% in profits, which is really nice. And now I have to do a little self-promotion. I set up a Patreon account where you can support my channel, and if you do that, you will get all my investments, trades, market updates in real time, so all my activities in real time and before everybody else. So feel free to check that out. It's the first link in the video description. And now enough self-promotion, but before we are going into the analysis, I have to say that I also will post this in the Reserve Rights Telegram group, because there are the real experts. So if you are coming from there and you have more information about this project that I didn't mention in this video, then I think all of us would love to hear this. So feel free to write that down in the comments. And now let's get started with the analysis. As I already mentioned, the token that I will talk about is RSR, and also a little about RSV, because this project is a two-token model. RSV is a stablecoin that is fully decentralized, asset-backed, and has a flexible pool of stablecoins designed to reduce risk through diversification and decentralization. RSR is the token that can rise in the price. Wow, what a rhyme. And this is also used to stabilize RSV and keep it at $1. Plus, it is also a governance token to vote on parametrics in the networks, but according to my information from the website, this is not implemented yet. Now we will take a quick look at the website, because there is a very good explanation how the protocol is working. Here you can see the explanation, but I also will read it to you. In point 1, it's saying, when the price of RSV, that is the stablecoin, goes above $1 on exchanges, the protocol sells newly minted or excess vault RSV for either tokenized assets or RSR, driving the price of RSV on exchanges back down to $1. Point 2, when the price of RSV falls below $1 on exchanges, the protocol purchases RSV for tokenized assets, bringing the price of RSV on exchanges back up to $1. Also, you can see that very good right here in the picture to the right of the text. And now we can continue with point number 3. When, open bracket, as a result of asset appreciation or transaction fees, close bracket, the vault has accumulated excess RSV, RSR holders can purchase this with their RSR as part of stabilizing the price of RSV, which maintains the vault ratio of assets and reduce the supply of RSR. So yes, you heard that correctly. When this happens, RSR tokens will be burned. And in their vault, there are excess reserve tokens and tokenized assets that will expand over time. Also, they want to add tokenized commodities, maybe even bond, but also here a question mark. The vault is always managed by a vault manager. Who exactly this is something that I couldn't find out. If you know it, then please write it down in the comments. And let's move on to the last point, point number 4. When the vault's ratio of tokenized assets goes below the target range, the protocol sells RSR for tokenized assets, thereby replenishing the backing for RSV. I think this is a very good rough explanation of how the protocol is working. So this is a fintech app, and now fasten your seatbelts. That is already rolled out in Venezuela, and if the information that I have read in the Telegram channel and on Twitter is right, then it's also already live in Argentina, and the next country on the list is Lebanon. So countries that have to deal with hyperinflation. So this is a real world use case, and it's already on the markets according to official informations. Unfortunately, if you are not in one of these two countries, you can't use it because it is only available in these countries right now. So RSV is the token and the protocol that will help people in countries that have to deal with hyperinflation to protect their money. And also, when this will be available around the world, it also can do easy cross-border transactions, and of course it can be used for what you can use a stablecoin for. I think these points I don't have to list here and go in detail on that. Now I also want to list a couple of other information that I have found about this project. First one is that right now there are not listed on the big exchanges. Most of the trading volume is on Huobi, but there are currently on the list of the coins that Coinbase is reviewing to list them, and I think this is a very positive sign. Then, according to their website, they have a good team, a lot of people that have worked for big companies. Just to give you some examples, there is Google, IBM, and Linux. There are even more, but I don't want to list all of them right now. If you want to go through them, you can check that out on their website. Also, on my research sheet, I have written down that Coinbase Venture is invested in this project, but unfortunately I didn't write down the source. So for now I will do a question mark behind that, but maybe some of you can confirm that in the comments. And of course, if this fact is real, then it is very likely that they will list this project on their exchange, because think about it, if they have invested, they have an interest that this project will succeed, and what would be better to support this with your own exchange, who is almost known to everybody in the crypto space. Also, there is an article on their website that Peter Thiel has invested in this project. If you are not familiar with this name, he is co-founder of PayPal and also was one of the first investors that invested into Facebook. What exactly this could mean, you have to decide for yourself. I don't want to go into speculation, wishful thinking, or something else. Next point is that they have a very active community, and they are really, really active. I am in the Telegram group chat, and I didn't watch it for 2 days, and there were over thousands of new messages. I think I also made a screenshot of that. If I found it, I will fade it in right here. So this is also a very positive sign that the community is very active. Then the last points are some of their FAQs that I have picked, which are important to me. So I will read it now for you. First one, is the RSR token fully functional yet? The version of RSR that exists today is just a simple temporary placeholder ERC20 token. So right now you can't do anything with the RSR token other than transfer it to someone else. When the full protocol is launched on the Ethereum mainnet, it's still in testing on Ropsten, an Ethereum testnet. The ERC20 token will be replaced with a fully functional token. We anticipate that will happen in 2020, but can't make official promises. The next one is a part of the answer on the question, what's the point of the RSR token? And there it says, the value of RSR plays a role in stabilizing RSV in some edge cases. Say there are 100 collateral tokens, each backed 1% of the value in RSV, and one of them defaults, e.g. through an exit scam, or the government freezes its assets. The protocol mints and sells RSR to make up the difference, recapitalizing the collateral pool from 99% back to 100% again. This is the point that I mentioned before in this video, that they have a pool of collateral tokens to reduce risk through diversification and decentralization. The next one is in terms of the total supply. Right now, if you are watching CoinMarketCap, the circulation supply is almost 7 billion and the total supply is 100 billion. But as I found in the FAQs, this is not 100% sure if this will stay like that. Under the question, what is the total supply of RSR? They are answering, there are initially 100 billion RSR tokens. Once the reserve protocol is migrated to maintain, anticipated in 2020, and RSR is integrated into the protocol, the supply may change. Our current protocol design includes burning RSR when it is used to purchase RSV from the reserve smart contracts and minting new RSR under some conditions, and then they are linking the smart contract address. That are the most important points on the FAQs in my opinion, but of course it is very interesting to read all of the FAQs, but this would definitely be over the top of this video. So if you want to do that, you can do this, but for this video I keep it like that. And oh, I forgot one last thing, and that is that there will be a possibility to profit from this protocol via an arbitrage mechanism. But here also, unfortunately, I didn't find detailed information on that. So if you have one, also feel free to write that down in the comments. And if you watched this video to this point, then of course it would be very nice if you give this video a like. And now at the end of this video, it is time for the final summary. In the final summary, I can say that this is definitely an interesting project, a very interesting and also promising approach. That is also why I invest in it. But even if there is the best plan, a great community, an active community, and everything else is good, the project still can fail. There always can happen things that you can't know right now, or that you or even the team behind this project isn't seeing right now. So what I want to say is that the future will tell how good this project really is. A lot is up to the team. I hope, and I'm also confident that they will do a great job on that. But I always try to be as realistic as I can be. And that is why I always see the risk, and accordingly to that I invest. That is what I also can recommend you. Always make your own decisions and always manage your risk. I hope this video gives you some information that will make it easier for you to make a decision. Of course, as always, this is no financial advice. This is just my opinion, but I hope it helped. If it does, then leave a like. Of course, if you have any questions or additions, then feel free to write them down in the comments. That's it for this video. See you in the next one, and as always, have a nice day.